This is Chris Chin.
And this is Brandon Fosbury. They call me Flop.
And we're here with Mirror News for a breaking story.
Millions of people are celebrating the resurrection of this one man. We have a reporter in the field. Here's the story. Thank you, Flop. We're out here in the community, and I'm going to be interviewing an avid follower of Jesus Christ. Let me introduce to you Bronco.
Woo! Let's go! Jesus rose from the grave! Woo!
He rose from the grave. So Jesus Christ.
Yes, Jesus.
That's why you're here celebrating.
Yes, that's why I'm here. Celebrate. Jesus died on the cross, rose again. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
And that's good news. Back to you, Flop.
Back to you, Flop.
Thank you for that report.
That was some good news.
It was some good news indeed. This is 123 News.
Because we're here
For you.
Fellowship Olympic.
Welcome back to CAT News, continuing coverage of the Fellowship Olympics. It's been a great week of competition, hasn't it?
Great week, great week. Man, these athletes really came out to play. It's exciting to see.
Man, it was great to see people online getting involved as well.
Yes.
And Flop, last week we had a definite winner based upon the likes on Facebook and on Instagram. The winner of last week's intro competition was the blue team.
Blue team.
Yes, it was pretty exciting competition.
Man, that was great work out there. You really saw the effort and the heart that they put into it. Man, that took a lot.
Yes, time, sweat, it was amazing. But I expect a bounce back from the red team this week. Flop, what do you think?
Man, I agree. I saw the fire in their eyes once the blue team took the lead there, and it seems like they're going to come back with some power.
Yeah, and the red team got second place last week with quite a few likes. And then distant third was the white team, but we're hoping they can rebound as well.
I think they will. I've seen some of the preparation that they've been doing for these next week's competitions, and it really seems like, man, they're in it for the gold.
And so this week we're opening up a new competition. And what competition is that, Flop?
Man, that's great. We're going to be jumping into gymnastics.
Ooh.
Yeah, gymnastics. We're going to really want to see the flexibility of these teams, the mental stability as they go into this next week's competitions.
And so there'll be two competitions in the gymnastics division. The first is balance beam.
Balance beam. Man, they're going to really want to have to balance their team out there to really succeed.
Yeah, yes they will. Yes they will. They'll have to balance their diet as well.
Yes, they will. And their checkbooks.
And balance many other things like rocks on top of one another.
Yes.
Yes, it would be great.
It's going to be an amazing weekend. But the other event, what was the other event?
It is the floor routine. We'll have music, we'll have choreography. It'll be spectacular. I can't wait for that competition.
Man, it's going to be great to see the creativity of these teams as well as their athletic ability. It's really going to be a great week out there.
And so some people who aren't familiar with the Fellowship Olympics might be a little confused on how the scoring will work for the competition. Everything is building towards one medal. Who's going to win the gold at the end? The first part of our scoring, 50% of this week's competition, will be our independent judges that have sent in their scores, watched the different competitions, and will be sending in their independent scores.
Man, what we've seen from these judges is they're strict. Man, they're going down to technique. They're going down to style and creativity to make sure that y'all are going to be able to see the best athletes that y'all can see.
And I can't wait to see those scores. It's going to be an exciting competition. And the second part is what, Flop?
The second part is through likes. Through people going on liking the videos, and we're going to be basing that off of a first, second, third kind of tier each week to give the points to the teams so that they can know where they stand at the end of each competition.
So each team, when they win first place, would get 10 points, whether it's in the scoring division or whether it's in the likes division. Second place will get 5 points, and third place will get 2 points. Now, opening week, we awarded no points. There was no advantage to those awesome intro videos that were happening. The real competition starts right now.
It's going to start this week, and it's going to be hot. So, man, y'all buckle up as we jump into these Olympic events.
Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control. 3, 2, 1, drum it.
Olivia, 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 Olivia.
6.0 sort of tariff as such attached to it, highest we've seen so far from any of the American performers. Very nice performance from her.
What do you think about that first competition?
Man, the blue team really brought it. They put one of their best athletes on the beam. The technicality was there. Man, the precision, the creativity.
Ready, the scores are in. 9.8, what a great score.
Blue team, balance beam.
9.5 for the blue team.
Mr. Dean from Nation of Buda's score coming up next.
9.5 for the blue team.
What do you think of Olivia?
Great!
What do you think of great?
Olivia! Bo! 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 Brandon, Brandon, Brandon.
Now we have the floor competition. Chris?
Yeah, I think that was great. It was an entire family, choreography. Everyone is involved. That flip in the middle was just incredible. A perfect landing. Man, it looks like they put some work in on that one. Man, the cam work was great. They have a great crowd following here. I think it's been great. What do you think, Flop?
We actually have some movement from the judges.
Okay.
Let's see what they're going to bring us. A 9.6 for the blue team.
Man, that was great.
Blue team, floor routine.
7.5.
And up last, the Dean judge.
9.75.
Man, that blue team came out strong, Flop.
Man, I agree. They really brought it to the beam. They really brought the precision and the technique that it needed to get those good scores.
Yes, and as we look at their scores, we see some very strong scores, a lot of nines, a lot of high nines even in that list.
Yes.
And you see their scores below, then it's going to be a strong competition if it goes anything like that first team.
I agree. I think the white team and the red team are going to really have to show us their skills if they're going to want to stay in it with the blue team.
That's right. So up next on the gymnastics, on the beam and the floor, is the white team.
White team.
White team.
White team? You just saw the white team's performance. Chris, what do you think?
Man, that first competitor was so strong, so brave. What an incredible outing by her. Put him one foot after another. Incredible. And that work on the beam, man, balance. Crazy. It's called the balance.
Wait a second. We got the scores 9.2 for the white team.
Man, nice. Up next from the Dean. And finally,
White
from the
team,
Convert.
balance beam.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is leave it better than you found it. It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls down sometime.
All right, Flop. That was a floor competition by the white team. What's your analysis on that?
I really like their precision. I liked how they worked together as a complete team to be able to pull off this choreography. That was not easy choreography.
No, such passion, such energy. Man, looks like they've been working on that front roll for quite a while, Flop.
That's right. And we actually have the scores here. Chris?
9.7. Man, strong score
White
right
team,
there.
floor routine.
Be the light. Go Team White.
Ready? Okay. Sorry. Ready? Okay.
Darn.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
How many events do we actually have to compete in? Do we get paid for this? Oh, and do I have to provide my own uniform? And I see you guys are wearing red and blue. That just does not work for me.
Okay. RCH. Dora on the play. I'm sorry. I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Man, the white team seemed to bring the passion, bring some excitement to that. What do you think, Flop?
They did. They really showed us something that we've been wanting to see in these Olympic Games for a long time. 4 years ago, man, we missed that passion, that desire, and that conviction that was put into those routines.
Yeah, that was a strong performance. You'll see their scores going across the screen on the bottom. Man, this competition is going to come down to likes, I think. It's going to be so tight. But next up, we have the next team. Flop?
The red team, man, blue team put out a great performance. White team following it up, responding to the blue team. Let's see how the red team does under this kind of pressure.
Yeah, go red.
All right, so we got the scores coming in, Chris.
Man, that team seemed to have it together, man. They were going one after another. It looked choreographed. It looked like balanced. They were pretty strong on that one. Good start to the competition for the red team.
That was a good start. Oh, we got the scores in, Chris. What is it?
9.4.
9.25 from the Deans.
And the Converse?
Red team. Balance beam.
Go red team!
Go red team!
Lately I've been real, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make a choice and I choose. Let it move, let it move, let it move. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you. Yeah, they like the way I do this. When I crank it like a chainsaw, full throttle, heavy metal, set the bar, next level. Wasteland, getting all janky, so glow. Let it go with them elbows back, it's smoking just like this track. Shirt is over from all this sweat, catch my breath.
Chainsaw.
Now hear me roar, I'm an apex predator. From the sycamores, let's get Skeletor.
Chainsaw. Chainsaw.
Watch it learn, watch it learn. Get that thing cranking, yeah, slash, burn. She told me to walk this way, talk this way. Walk this way, talk this way. She told me to walk this way, talk this way. Walk this way, talk this way. But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't fool me. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. Some strangers to you and me. Better back down, you're in my domain. Got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane. It's over before you know it. Why you shaking? We're a dynasty in the making. We're the royalty. Now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over. The soldiers. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine. We live for this. It's all for this. Click, click, boom.
Flop, that was a strong floor exercise right there.
That was amazing. And what you need to know about these teams is what you don't see on the floor. You see the unity, you see the choreograph being played out to a T. But man, those cheer teams, what they put into the team really pumps up the teams to do exactly what they need to do each and every week in competition.
Hey, Flock, we have a score. Looks like our judges are... Yes, what is that, Flock?
That is a 9.4 for the red team.
Strong score,
Great
all right?
score.
Next up for the Dean. Score of 9.5.
And the Compers.
Red team, floor routine.
Now let's go down to the field and let's get an interview from the red team.
Let's see what they have to say.
So, why do you support the red team?
Well, isn't it obvious? Red rules. It's as simple as that, really. I mean, nothing else really needs to be said, period. I don't know what else to say. Look, I've heard people say that white is wonderful and blue is beautiful. Regardless, red is righteous. Red is rock and roll. Red rules, okay? Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
You never hear anyone say white and blue and red, right? Am I right? It's always red, white, and blue. Which one of those is first?
Red.
It's obvious that red's first, right? Red's first place every time. Red, white, and blue. Blue's last. Who's gonna cheer for blue? They're last, they're third place. White is second. Red is always first. So I'd actually turn your question around on you and say, why wouldn't you want to cheer for red?
Thank you. Why do you support the red team?
Because my favorite color is red. Go red!
Thank you.
So why do you like the red team?
Well, duh. Because we're angels. Like, go red.
Alrighty then.
So why do you support the red team?
Well, I say on a scale of on a 1 to 10, red's about a 11 and a half. Red's pretty spicy. It's like my grandmammy's hot sauce. It's so spicy that I gotta drink a 2-liter Mountain Dew.
Okay, thanks.
Go red.
Why do you like the red team?
I mean, red's okay, I guess. It's mostly just, I wore a red shirt today. It's pretty good, right?
Okay.
Man, welcome back to BOB News coverage of the Fellowship Olympics. It has been a strong competition today, Flop.
It has, it really has. We see the passion and desire that these teams have put in. You can really tell they want that gold.
They do. So you tune in next week and we'll have the results of the gymnastic competition because it depends on you.
Depends on you. And guys, tune in every week, Monday at 2 p.m. and watch us. And this is DOG News, where we are loyal and thirsty.
Fellowship. Olympic.